Welcome, everyone. This is Arch Gabe. Finally, this is my first presentation on the 14th Amendment. Folks been asking me for the past year or so when I'm going to get this thing on YouTube and stuff. And, you know, I'm like, I've been telling folks I'll get it done. I will get it done. It's been a lot of stuff been going on in my personal life. And top of that, try to figure out how to make it bite sized in a PowerPoint presentation on this topic for anybody that's new to this to understand of their enslavement. And so I had to really, it took me a little bit. I really wanted to, I'm hoping that this presentation people would understand. So this is going to definitely, I'm going to, break it down for folks the best I can. Before I continue, I just want to say the knowledge in this presentation is from the Red Amendment textbook. I believe in giving credit where credit is due. This may not be for everyone. So if you don't like what's in this presentation, just keep it moving. Other than that, thank you all for stopping by. All right, Section 1, Clause 1 of the 14th Amendment, Part 1. Okay. So in this presentation, I will share about the naturalization under the 14th Amendment de facto and in the original system de jure. Also, I will share briefly on the fake nation, the United States. Hey, folks, hit like and subscribe to Freedom Society of the Republic. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to all. So whenever I upload, you will be notified. Okay, here's a background. The 14th Amendment was passed by so-called Congress on June 13th, 1866, and allegedly ratified on July 9th, 1868. Now, here's a footnote. It is said that the amendment was forced to be passed. In essence, it was done by threat at gunpoint by the U.S. Army during the Reconstruction Act of 1867. We weren't taught by that, during private or public school. Okay. All right. First view, Section 1. It is as follows. Number 1. All person born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are a citizen of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. All right. Section 1, Clause 1, the first part of Clause 1, okay? All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. All right. All right. 14th Amendment, naturalize all Americans born in the several states at birth. To explain further, the term citizen of the United States means a person naturalized into a new American body politic, or a federal citizen, which is a United States citizen, i.e., citizens of the United States. What is naturalization? Okay. Here are some definition of naturalization. Naturalization, the act of adopting an alien into a nation and clothing him with all the rights possessed by natural born citizen. Okay, check this case out, Boyd versus Nebraska. Okay. Collective naturalization takes place where a government, by treaty or cession, acquires the whole or part of a territory of a foreign nation and takes to itself the inhabitants thereof, clothing them with the rights of citizenship, either by the terms of the treaty or subsequent legislature. Okay, just check out this case here, State versus Boyd, and then People versus Board of Inspection. Okay, it's opinion of justice. This is at Black Law Dictionary, second edition. Here's the next. This one here is naturalize, naturalizing, or naturalizes to grant full citizenship to one of foreign birth. Two, to adopt something foreign into general use. American Heritage Dictionary, 1998. Naturalization authority. When a man or woman enters a new body politic that they are not born into, he or she has to be naturalized into it. Okay? Note that the term natural is seen within that term. This is establishing that one who is naturalized is on the same footing as a native of a civil society. In American law, this is also referred to as natural born. The term or phrase natural born, okay, is found in the body of the original Constitution in one place under Article 2, Section 1 in regards to the president. In international law, every country has the right and authority to create its own rule for how it or they would adopt new people into its body politic. As we have established, each state in the Union is a country. However, each state does not have the authority to decide who may be part of its body politic and or civil society. Actually, they never really did have the authority. This is due to the fact that the rule of naturalization was transferred to the federal government. The rule appears in the body of the original Constitution under Article 1, Section 8, and is as follows. The Congress shall have power to establish a uniform rule of naturalization throughout the United States. Hey, hit like and subscribe, folks, to the Freedom Society Republic, and hit the bell notification to all so whenever I upload, you will be notified. This was the biggest mistake that the states made. This laid the groundwork for what has been transpiring today. Title 8, okay, USC 1151, worldwide level of immigration. You guys really need to look that up. Yes, the United States is responsible for the mass importation of common voters to perpetuate the insurgent system. This misplaced authority is the most horrific one that America faced under this system because the United States has control over the naturalization is the main reason the United States of America is being thrown into a seemingly godless society. This is due to the fact of mixing races and religions as installed. It is noted that in the beginning. Check this book out. Look up this book. I don't know if anybody have heard of this or read this book, but if you haven't, check it out. Okay, it kind of gives you a breakdown. Personally, I haven't ordered it. I've been wanting to. At some point, I will. But so I think somebody told me about this book that is pretty credible, interesting stuff. All right. An act to establish an uniform rule of naturalization and to repeal the acts heretofore passed on that subject, approved April 14th, 1802, Section 1. Okay. Be it enacted and see that any alien being free white person may be admitted to become a citizen of the United States or any of them on the following condition and not otherwise. In review, the chief goal of the New World Order is to groom all peoples of the world into human resources and consumers due to greed of they. They care not care of the outcome. In true sense, a capitalist would actually like the New World Order plan. of world communism. I'm gonna put the a thread that I create on Twitter on human resources and consumer. It also has a documentary in it. Definitely, if anyone haven't seen that documentary of human resources, I highly recommend you watch it. But I'm gonna provide a link below the subscription so you can check it out for yourself. All right. All right. Now, de facto naturalization. Under the 14th Amendment political system, naturalization into one of the de facto state body politic is done by different methods. Generally, people just move to another state, get a driver license, or register to vote in rebellion. Of course, they are acting in the capacity of a citizen of the United States status. When they do this, they are a resident within the state. All right, folks? Try to play back. If anyone's having a hard time grasping this, just play back and just, play this as much as you can. So that way you can understand, you can comprehend what's, in this presentation. Okay. The term resident means that a man is in a country not his own. Okay. Read this authority in regards. All right. Resident or inhabitant, as distinguished from citizens, are alien who permitted to take up permanent, okay, authority in this country. Footnote: the law of nation or principle of the law of nature. All right. I think there's a get a PDF. You get a free PDF of Law of Nation. So definitely check that out. I'll put the description of this on the put the information on Law of Nation in the description below. But I believe you could get a PDF copy of it. It's like, I just want to give you a warning, folks. It's like 400 pages in that, at least 400 pages, or so if I remember correctly. Okay. The best logic that can be applied to resident status is one is a communist person living in a communist country called the United States. And he is not living in a true country under the original constitutional system. Probably scratching your head like, one is one is you kind of like wondering, what the heck did you just read? Yeah. um I'm going to explain the next slide here. In this post Reconstruction system, the fake nation, the United States, is a federal corporation, and it is located in the 10-mile square in DC. All right. Now, by their own admission, okay, in their criminal code, the United States means a federal corporation. Okay. And I will add here, citizens are commercially domiciled in DC, all thanks to the 14th Amendment. All right. Look up this IRS code. All right. Now, if anyone's new to my channel and haven't followed me on Twitter, if you look at this and like you're not convinced that the United States is not it's not a communist country, well, I'm going to provide a link in my description below of the and this is from the Red Amendment textbook, but it's going to be the Communist Manifesto, the parallels in America. I'm going to put that below. It's a long thread, but it's very informative. That the 14th Amendment basically mirrors the Communist Manifesto of 1848. All right, so I'm going to continue on. All his action under operation of law and legal fiction. Footnote: both terms, operation of law and legal fiction, below are from Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition, deluxe. Operation of law. This term expresses the manner in which rights and sometimes liabilities devolve upon a person by the mere application to the particular transaction of the established rules of law without the acts or cooperation of the party himself. Here's the next term. Legal fiction, assumption of fact made by court for deciding a legal question. All right, this is Black Law Dictionary, 6th edition, deluxe. So you see, unless you declare your nationality by an actual written notice, not permission, you are going to be deemed to be one of the citizens of the United States due to a plethora of legal action. Okay, now here's a de jure naturalization. We will now look at the de jure naturalization law for the several states. If you remember, all right, the rules of naturalization reads, the Congress shall have the power to establish a uniform rule of naturalization throughout the United States. And that authority, the utilization of the word quote unquote uniform therein establishes without question that each state has a nationality and therefore are different civil society body politic, i.e., each state represents a nation. The communist schools didn't teach us that stuff. Okay, the de jure rule of naturalization for a state is found in this Title 8 USC Section 1101A, and it reads 23. The term naturalization means conferring of nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever. All right, here's a footnote. The genesis of this rule is from the Nationality Act of 1940. You definitely want to look that up, folks. All right, look that up. Nationality Act of 1940. All right, folks. And that's it for this presentation. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe to Freedom Society of the Republic and hit the bell notification to all, folks. So, I'm definitely going to do part two. All right, part two is going to be it's going to be part two of the section one of clause one. Okay, I'm going to talk about subject and jurisdiction thereof. Okay, and then we'll discuss about body politics. All right, and I might put together. I might add more to that to part two. All right, I don't know when I'll do part two. Hopefully, I'll do it soon as I can. But I really encourage anybody to do your research, uh, play this presentation as much as possible, and feel free to read my threads on Twitter. In the meantime, until I create the part two. All right, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. Until then, talk to you next time. Bye.